How are we doing, guys? Moose here, back for episode 20 of our West Ham United career, and we're going to get back into it with a massive London derby against our biggest London rival, Tottenham Hotspur, at home at the Boleyn Ground. It's going to be a massive matchup. Tottenham are currently fighting top of the table, looking to win the league potentially, so we want to knock them down a peg while also up in our ante as we move up the chase for a European position. We're currently in 6th place right now, just 3 points off of Manchester City in 5th and 4 off possibly the last Champions League place with Liverpool and Chelsea. So a victory here would do wonders for us. Tottenham, you'll note, are the best defensive team in the league, which we actually held that title for about the first 20 games of the season. In the last 10 games or so, we've been shipping goals left, right, and center. So we really need to curtail that and get our our defense right, front, and center in terms of really staying organized and keeping Tottenham out. Antonio, you can see, is the big notable guy in the lineup because he did score the winner in our last matchup against Everton, 2-1 victory. So we're giving him another chance to impress. For Tottenham, the big man to look out for, Harry Kane and Christian Eriksen, of course, but Heung-min Son on that left-hand side scored that wonder goal against us earlier in the season, and we'll be looking to try and stop him yet again. But we get off to a very good start here. Lovely bit of play that works its way out to Antonio on the left-hand side, eventually from Sacco and Payet, and unfortunately Antonio's rock of a shot is straight at Lloris, and he makes a good save. Now, again, Payet finding Keontae, making that overlapping run on the left-hand side, plays inside to Payet, his shot's blocked, stays in for Messi, lays off Antonio with a shot, it's also blocked into Lanzini. Unfortunately, Lloris is able to cover it up, so some very good chances as the ball pinballs around inside Tottenham's 18-yard box. But another good chance for Lanzini, his shot straight down the throat of Hugo Lloris, but we are coming at them in absolute waves, and only certainly we need to break one in the back of their net very soon. Another good chance, though, with Sacco striking from range. Unfortunately, he can't score. 26 minutes, though. It's been all West Ham United thus far. Iorfa on the right-hand side finds Manuel Lanzini. Iorfa is taking control of that right-back spot. Plays a lovely 1-2 with Manuel Lanzini. Plays it in. Back to Antonio! And it's Antonio yet again. What a finish for the former Nottingham Forest man. It's a lovely bit of work play between Lanzini and Iorfa that creates it. It's a great ball in, and that is a stunner of a finish. He just side foots it in, but with so much power that Lloris has absolutely no chance of stopping it. Puts it in the top right-hand corner, and that's another goal for Antonio. What a finish that is, and just like that, West Ham United 1, Tottenham 0. Beautiful finish. Come on, you Irons. But Tottenham not to be outdone. Find Christian Eriksen, and thankfully for us, Jack Butland makes a great save in the 36th minute. Another chance as Son comes down that left-hand side. Somehow he keeps the ball on, and this is just, it's 45th minute FIFA scripting down to a T. Heung-min Son did a slide tackle to cross the ball into the center, and Andros Townsend's the one to head in. If you can't talk about how ridiculous that is, and what is Butland doing? He's just sitting there in his goal. He needs to come out and claim it. And unfortunately, we are back to square one. Tottenham bring us all level as we head into halftime. But off the 48th minute now, Callum Wilson's come on for Diafra Sacco, who failed to impress yet again, and his first chance at goal is unfortunately saved. Another chance for Tottenham come forward, but Butland redeems himself on Townsend with a very good sprawling save to keep out the English winger. And then Antonio back the other way. He's doing very well in this game yet again, looking to dance around Fazio. He does very well with the skill. He comes to finesse it, and it's just inches wide for Antonio to get his second in the match. And unfortunately, we stay at level pegging into the 75th minute, or second minute now. Bit of a poor turnover, allows Tottenham on the ball. Harry Kane, thankfully for us, he curls it just wide of the goal. 74th minute now, though. Lanzini out on the right wing, lays off for the right back, Iorfa. The former Wolves man plays in back post. Callum Wilson, it's headed by Keontae, and it's a fantastic save by Lloris. Another chance now is Lanzini in the 75th minute, just moments later, out on that wing. Whips in, looking for Keontae again. He heads it down, and Lloris equal to the task yet again. He's having a fantastic performance. And on the 80th minute, Pritchard comes forward. He goes to strike it. It's a good save by Butland, and the referee's giving a penalty. Pritchard's just fallen over. Just because Iorfa is bigger than you doesn't mean you have to go down. And he wins a penalty, which Harry Kane steps forward and takes. And he puts it in the back of the net, slots it home. And we are absolutely devastated here at Upton Park. It's been a horrible turn of events. We surely deserve the victory. And Tottenham come back earn a cheap penalty in my estimation and take the lead. But final days, chances here in the late stages of extra time. Whipped in, keepers come up. Antonio with the header, and he puts it just wide of the goal. Doesn't trouble Lloris, and that would be all she wrote. A 2-1 victory for Tottenham Hotspur, and we deserved it. They held the balance of the possession, no question about it, but we hit them on a counterattack so well and deserved at least a point. Unfortunately, we were going to come away with absolutely nothing. Man of the match for me was Antonio. Another fantastic performance. 2 points in the man of the match voting goes to Manuel Lanzini, who I thought played very well, and 1 point to Chiate, who had a number of chances but couldn't put them away. So a disappointing loss, no question about it, and one that we are going to need to bounce back from. Sacco picked up an injury, a bruised shoulder. He'll be out for 9 days, so Wilson will definitely get another chance at the front of the lineup. And we also can see that Noble will be out for a game because of yellow card accumulation. So we'll have to mix up the lineup in that way, which means Alex Song will come back into the team, Chiate as well. Ceballos, Zarate, Carroll. We're really mixing up the team fitness-wise. It's about 3 days after that Tottenham match, so we have a lot of tired legs out there. And with that, we are going to have to rotate the team. Watford have really been struggling this year. They are down the table, looking to head right back to the championship as they are bottom. They are rock bottom, just absolutely nailed to the floor of the Premier League table. While we're in 7th, a victory still would be able to turn things around for us. Butland in goal, Jenkinson, Tompkins, Reed, and Cresswell. Chiate and Song in holding midfield. Ceballos, Mirallas, and Zarate are attacking trio behind the big man, Sir Andrew, Lord of Carroll. Hopefully he can do the business for us and get us a victory against a pretty resolute Watford side. You have to give him the credit there. Deeney up front's always going to be a danger for us. Berg, he scored a good goal for them last time we played them, and Holebas is very marauding down that left-hand side. So some decent players. Capu, of course, notable former Tottenham player. So some good potential players that could create for Watford, though. For us, Mauro Zarate doing very well in that central attacking midfield role, taking the place of Dimitri Payet, who is just, he's unfit for the matchup. He might have to come in late if we need him, but he's not ready at this moment in time. Carroll with a good strike, but unfortunately Gomez equal to the task yet again as we move into the 38th minute. Zarate, he's been known to bang a free kick from here, 25 yards out. Oh, just over the goal. Doesn't trouble Gomez, but we are inching closer and closer to that opening marker in the 45th minute. Now, Alex Song, lovely 1-2 with Mauro Zarate. He's dancing around, couple of men, steps inside, strikes it, and Gomez again with a fantastic save. We just can't seem to buy a goal at this moment in time. Into the 49th minute, Watford with their first real chance. Gerardo plays into Abdi at the back post, strikes it on the volley, and Butland with a phenomenal save. Big, strong hands to keep the ball out as we move forward. Mirallas whipping the ball and looking for Chiate. Good header, and Gomez with just a phenomenal save yet again into the 57th minute. Now, Jenkinson, who's in at right back, getting a chance, plays into Alex Song, and we're just never going to beat Gomez. It's just how it is. He's a brick wall right now, and we do not have the sledgehammers to break through until we get into the 62nd minute. Now, Jenkinson lays off for Chiate. Well-worked ball move into Zarate. Sees a run. Out to Mirallas. Mirallas strikes it, taking a deflection. It's in the back of the net. Kevin Mirallas, what a buy he's been. Taking control of the matchup, and he looks to have sealed 3 points, hopefully, for the Irons. It's a great finish. Zarate lays it off to him. He just takes it in his stride, bangs it towards that right-hand corner. It does take a bit of a deflection, and it's in the back of the net past Gomez. West Ham needed that bit of luck, and they have found it finally. But Watford not to be outdone. Kapua with a good strike, but Winston Reid with a sublime block. And we come back the other way. Alex Song linking up with Zarate. They play a lovely 1-2. Song strikes it from range again, but it's a good save. Gomez, and the rebound spilled, but we're not able to pounce on it like the cheetahs that we are, unfortunately. Moses now coming on. He's getting a rare chance since we've brought in a couple of wingers. He's not getting in the lineup featured as much as he would like. We won't expect him most likely to come back on loan from Chelsea, especially if he's not finishing his chances like that. Unfortunately, he's unable to score. He whips the ball looking for Carroll, who does get a good header, and it's cleared off the line by Watford. Carroll should have scored, but it was cleared away by a Watford defender. And one final chance now for the Hornets as they come forward, but thankfully for us, the strike is well wide and doesn't trouble Jack Butland. Another chance trying to create some havoc late at the end, well over the top of the goal, and that would be the final chance for Watford in this matchup, and we do hang on for a tight, narrow-fought 1-0 victory. It was deserved, you have to say. Tons of chances on the balance of play for us. 11 shots on target to their 2. Unfortunately, only 1 goal, but it does count regardless. Man of the match for me was Carl Jenkinson. I thought, he played very, very well. You can see how compact we got as the game finished up there, pushing Carroll back into holding midfield to win some headers. But 2 points then for Kevin Mirallas, the goal scorer, and 1 point for Alex Song, who had another very strong game in the center of midfield, looking to potentially earn himself a bye back into the team. I've been looking at central midfielders to bring in once he goes back to Barcelona on loan, but we might just try and bring him back, to be honest, the way he's been playing. Valencia, we know, has been out injured for 4 weeks. He says he's ready to go if we need him here, as we have a massive matchup. We're going to be taking on Chelsea FC, who have been playing very well. They started the season incredibly sluggishly. They were in 10th, 11th, 12th for, I'd say, the first 18 to 20 games, but they have just shot up the table of late and are now sitting pretty in 3rd place in the Premier League table. We're just behind them, looking to continue a strong run, as we are in 6th, level on points with Manchester City, and sitting just 5 behind Chelsea. So a victory would do us a world of good as we potentially look to sneak into a European place. But what a lineup they're putting out. Costa, Fabregas, Hazard, Willian, so many attacking talents, and then they're rock solid in the back line. They've brought in Jerome Boateng from Bayern Munich, so another very, very good defender that we'll have to try and break down as we look to pick up the winner away at Stamford Bridge. Nick a point at the very least. Butland, Iorfa reinstated his starting lineup. You can see Payet, Lanzini, Callum Wilson, all back into the lineup. Song has retained his place, which is very thing to note, as well as Mirallas will be in looking for yet another goal. But Chelsea in the 8th minute trying to create a chance here with Diego Costa. Finds Fabregas. Lovely ball movement from the Blues here. It skipped its way through all the way to Ramirez, and Butland comes away with a wonder save. I can't believe he's got the reactions of a cat keeping that ball out. Another good chance for Chelsea that skips just wide of the post as we come forward with Mirallas in the 13th minute. He's looking to dance around Ivanovic. Lays inside Callum Wilson. He should score, but I think it might have just taken a little touch off of Gary Cahill, and Courtois is able to scoop up, no trouble at all. Payet with another good chance in the 20th minute. He takes a strike from 18 yards out and does win a corner, which we will then take with the Frenchman Payet whipping it in, looking for the head of Ogbonna. It's down, and Courtois with the biggest hands this side of the Atlantic Ocean makes a fantastic save to keep things scoreless at this moment in time. Into the 41st minute. Now Willian dipping and dancing with that little Brazilian samba in the Techers we know he has. Does force Butland into a very good save before Iorfa is able to clear things up. Wilson trying to create now in stoppage time. Lays off to Lanzini. Strikes it from 20 yards! Inches from the goal. That could have been the game-breaking move that we would have needed to steal the game away from home. But unfortunately, we're not able to get the breakthrough. Callum Wilson then with a chance in the 50th minute. Has it knocked off his feet. Payet smacks it straight into the hands of Courtois. And Ivanovic marauding now down this right-hand side. Skips inside of a couple of defenders. Finds Costa, who strikes it. But Butland very, very safe. He's calm, cool as a cucumber. Makes the save in the 54th minute. Cresswell then bangs one from range. And unfortunately doesn't trouble Courtois, though it looked to be a very, very good strike from well outside the area. Another good chances we range for in the 69th minute. It's been an end-to-end game, you have to say. Song strikes it, but it's a good block from Ivanovic yet again for a shot that looked pegged for the top corner. Into the 75th minute now, Eden Hazard, the Belgian, plays it into Oscar, lays off to Falcao, and he has not regained his scoring form, no question about it. It's well over the goal. Antonio comes on as a late sub, looking to offer that little bit of incisiveness and pace. Carroll's also come on with Wilson. We've got 2 strikers up there. Carroll for the winner! Sir Andrew just can't beat Courtois. Unfortunately, the Belgian stands tall in his goal. Another good chance for Noble, who's been our last sub. Strikes it, and Courtois forced into a stunner of a save. That just about saved Chelsea's bacon, but we do win a corner from it. Payet whips it in, looking for Song, heads it, and Courtois with huge hands yet again. He has to be your man of the match. Thibaut Courtois with a sensational performance to finish off this episode in a 0-0 draw. As the full-time whistle will go. 4 points from 3 games. A very, very tough run of fixtures, no question about it. So it's a solid episode, decent return. We thought we deserved the victory. We can't get it. In terms of the player of the match, it had to be Payet for me. 2 points for Butland, who is very strong, and 1 point for Ogbonna. But that's going to be it for this episode, guys. I hope you have enjoyed. We're going to bring that to the press conference in the next episode, so send me your questions ASAP so we can have that in for the next episode. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to comment with those questions. Leave a like if you have enjoyed the video. It's always appreciated. And subscribe to the channel if you are new and enjoying it. Thanks always, guys. We'll see you again. Bye-bye.
Like we always do with this time. shine, to shine, to shine, to shine.